Here are the 5 best businesses to start and also the 5 worst businesses to start. I'm going to go through these. I'm going to tell you businesses that I believe that would be great for you to start in this year of 2024, and also 5 that I would recommend that you avoid and stay away from if you want to have a successful business. My name is Nate Jones. This channel is dedicated to entrepreneurship, growing a business, starting a business, evaluating business ideas. So if you like that, please hit like and subscribe. Okay, so I'm going to start with the worst, and then I'm going to lift you up in the end with the best. Okay, top 5 worst businesses that I believe you should start. Number 1 is trucking and transportation. Right now, trucking and transportation has been almost on a whole year low as far as rates that people are willing to pay you to ship their goods across the country. Why do I not like trucking companies? That means dump trucking, long haul trucking, local expediting, box trucking, hot shotting, all those things. The reason I don't like them is because, number 1, there's a super high overhead. Usually you have to buy a vehicle on the low end. This is going to be $40,000 on the high end. For a dump truck, it could be $200,000 plus. So very high overhead. You have to usually finance this, and it's very hard to get to profitability. You're basically cash flowing. You're hoping that the loan gets paid off. One thing could put you out. Number 2, this business is not friendly to startups. For a startup business, the insurance is super high. The fees to get started, a lot of brokers won't even look at you when you're starting out. Shippers won't even look at you. They want you to have 2 to 3 years in business. There's a high failure rate because it's hard. It's hard to be trucking every day, be away from home, be doing this over and over again. There's also a ton of unknown expenses, okay? Number 2 is low-skilled trades. This is painting, pressure washing, window cleaning, car detailing, lawn care. This is what I call the low-hanging fruit of business ideas. And the reason I call it that, and I'm not trying to offend anybody who's in this, I think you can be successful in any of these businesses that I'm mentioning today, but it is too easy for somebody to come in, buy a pickup truck or buy a lawnmower, and come in and undercut your price. If it is low skilled, that means anybody can enter it. And if they're willing to clean someone's or mow someone's yard for $10, that person's probably going to switch to them. Or a good percentage of your client base might switch to them. If somebody's able to come in the marketplace, undercut everybody, they're going to potentially push you out because it's so easy to come in and out of the marketplace. It's hard to scale these businesses because you're not able to pay your employees very well because your revenue is kind of a bit lower due to the competition. There's no way to create passive income because you would have to create a large group of employees in your business, but again, they're low-paying jobs, so they're always cycling in and out, and you, the owner, usually gets stuck with the majority of the work, and these businesses are not resellable because somebody can come in and undercut the price at any moment. So I would not recommend these businesses. I would recommend skilled trades like plumbing, HVAC, garage door installation. You need to have a skill. That's a barrier of entry for people not to get into. You can really scale those businesses, but not this business. Number 3 here is a real estate agency or mortgage brokerage. This also counts for realtors and mortgage brokers. The reason I would not recommend this is because there is no reoccurring revenue. Okay, you sell a house, you won't probably sell that house or have your customer buy another house for at least 3 to 5 years, okay? Yes, you make high commission, but there's a lot of pressure for that commission to come down because a lot of people aren't seeing the need for realtors as much as they used to. This business is also super market driven. If the market's slow, no matter how hard you work, if people just aren't buying houses, you can't just force somebody to buy a house. And when the market's slow, your revenue is slow. This business cannot be resellable, usually because it's all relationship based. Your relationships are hard to be transferred to another person, so it's hard to sell these businesses. It's also hard to scale with more agents. You know, a lot of brokerages can do that, but agents come and go all the time. There's issues with people sticking, and then a lot of people are like, what am I getting out of my brokerage? Why can't I go start my own real estate agency? So you see a lot of people coming in and out. It's very hard to have a good set of agents for a long period of time. There's also, like I mentioned before, the value of a realtor is going down because of all these internet places that people can see houses now virtually. People can just show up at open houses. So I think people are not really seeing the value of how much they're paying their realtor. Maybe they are, but I think from my, the way I see the market from other people that I've talked to, having a realtor basically allows you to have somebody to unlock the door to go see a house and maybe negotiate the contract. The contract's pretty straightforward, okay? So number 4 here is flipping and wholesaling real estate. I see a lot of people trying to sell courses on this. I would not recommend this business. This is not a business. This is a gamble, okay? You are gambling. It's not scalable. The market can change at any time. You're going to lose money quick because if you can't sell the house, you're sitting there paying the loan, and you have to deal with contractors. You're basically a general contractor, but you have more risk because you have a freaking house. You might as well just be a general contractor and sub out to subcontractors on a property that you don't own than for you to own a property and take the gamble. Okay, I see so many people they only talk about their wins. They don't talk about their losses in this business. Okay, you can lose pretty quickly, so I would tread lightly. Number 5, website design and social media. This business was a great business idea about 5 years ago, but now it is so oversaturated, it is insane. The price has been driven down, and a lot of people aren't willing to pay more than like $500 for a website because artificial intelligence has came into this market and basically said, hey, all you have to do is tell us your name, a little bit about your operations, and artificial intelligence will create you a website. Also, social media, a lot of AI has disrupted that too, and a lot of people are not willing to pay $500 a month for you to manage their social media when they may or may not see the value of that for sales. So I think the stickiness of getting clients is hard because people will start paying for it. If they don't see the benefit of it, they'll cut you out very quickly. So I would recommend you not start this business. 5 years ago, you could have started it, but now this business is slowly fluttering away. Okay, so I'm going to go into the best businesses. The best businesses you could start. Number 1, accounting and bookkeeping. This is boring, but a lot of these businesses that I'm going to mention are boring, but boring businesses make a lot of money, okay? Accounting and bookkeeping. There's a shortage of accountants for small businesses. Small businesses need somebody to go to manage their bookkeeping, to help them file their taxes, and to manage their books, help them with their payroll, help them with those things. There's recurring revenue. This business is very scalable, low overhead, and it's sellable. Number 2, virtual assistant agency. This is not too saturated yet. Basically, somebody is needing a virtual assistant for $1,000 a month. You go find a virtual assistant that you can pay $700. You're making $300 to $500 cash flow if you can find somebody for cheaper. And this has recurring revenue. It's scalable because anybody can be a client, and it has low overhead. With prices going up, people cannot afford to pay somebody, and you're not going to find somebody for $725. You're going to find somebody for $10 an hour. They can't afford to pay that, so they're going to find a virtual assistant that somebody's willing to work for lower money, usually offshore. Number 3 is a wedding venue. Yes, this is a high overhead, but the cash flow is insane on these. Weddings are not going anywhere. The cost of weddings are going up, and this can be resold. I really like the recurring revenue, and the place sells itself. Once you have a wedding there, a lot of people are like, oh, I really like it. I want to get married here. Yep. So then they come back. So once you have more weddings, you have more potential clients as well. Number 4, a doggy daycare overnight pet hotel. This business is a gold mine. If you can find an area that doesn't already have a place, even if it does have a place, if it's busy and you can create one of these, there's a massive need for it. There's recurring revenue, there's high profit, and the business can be resold. And people always want to work with dogs, so you're always going to be able to find either high school people to work for you or people in college in between jobs. You're always going to be able to find people because people love working with dogs. So you're always going to be able to find employees. Number 5 here is property management. I love property management because I do think real estate is a great investment. The thing I like about property management is it's a way for you to own real estate without owning real estate. Property managers get paid a percentage of the rent or the collectible income of that property if it's a short-term rental property, okay? So there's recurring revenue. You get a benefit from real estate without having the risk of owning that real estate, okay? It's sellable, it's scalable, and the revenue will rise with inflation. If cost of rents go up, your percentage that you're getting paid will also go up. So I really like this business. I'm not saying that these businesses would be successful for you, but I think you'd have a better chance of success going with these best businesses. And the worst businesses I described, again, you can have success there, but I would really say tread lightly, make sure that you have an expertise in that, and there's people that will be successful in it. But I'm just saying, if you're going to start a business, I would really look at the trajectory of what you're really doing, okay? And if you want to have a phone call with me and ask about a specific business idea or how to kind of scale your business, I would be happy to do so. I have a link on my bio to where you can book a call with me for a small fee, and I would be happy to help you out. Thank you.